Nickel, nickel, nine. Yeah. 5-9J, let's go. Yeah. For all my haters out there. Suckers on.
Hey, yo, what's good with everybody, man? I hope everybody's having a productive day. Feeling blessed, and like I always say, it's one life, one chance. We only got one chance to do this right. Let's get it done. With that being said, another video. I already knew people were going to ask me about it, and it's funny, a subscriber asked me about this particular music video at the moment I was actually watching it. So, got to answer my subscriber's questions, but he also asked me a particular question that I'm going to elaborate, as you can see. I'm going to need you guys to forgive me for my face. I was in the sun. I had my shades on. I look a little red. I look like I just got slapped in the face with a bunch of paddles. So, yeah, it looks pretty messed up. But let's get into the video. Summertime's here, man. What you guys' plans for the summer? Let me know in the comment section. And don't tell me you're just going to chase thick girls either in sundresses. Let's get into it. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like. Always leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Check the links in the description for my Apple and Spotify accounts. My links. It'll send you right there. Go stream my music. That's all I ever ask from you guys. Thank you guys for your guys' support. And thanks for tuning in. Now, first and foremost, that boy Swifty got a smooth marketing strategy. He knew the moment old boy was going to get out, knowing old boy was a trending topic coming out of Sacramento. Chito, Ranas. I had barely been listening to him too. And what does he do? Takes him right to the studio, does a track, does a music video, and man, they had a bad BZ in there, man. Bad. She was sexy, little Mexicana. Whew, why can't I get a girl in a music video? Well, trust me, I tried, bro. I've been rejected a lot. Oh, I'm shy. Oh, I ain't got it like that. I really don't know how to move it. Girl, I got you on Snap. I done seen it all. I didn't see it all and some. But anyways, you know, I've never been a hater. So, obviously, Swifty Blues really hated. He's really not supported even by his own community. I'm pretty sure it's because he says he's the king of Los Angeles, and then he's pretty much responsible for everybody checking in. You know, that's that man's business. His marketing strategy with his manager, that's their business. And obviously, it got him doing performances, shows, making money. He got his own smoking pen, so on and so forth. So he strategized real well in snatching old boy up, taking him to the studio, creating a quick video, being the first one to create a video with this man. And the music video was pretty awesome. I love the graphics. I love the transitions. They did it in a well-equipped studio, nice environment. You know, the shots were good. It was smooth. Not too much extras like you would see on a lot of other videos where, man, I have to follow. I'm pretty much following what's going on in the music video more than I'm listening to it. And they both got off, man. Their lyricism was on point. It was a good song. It was a great slapper. They were all G'd up, jeweled out. You know what I mean? They're hot right now. You can't take that from these guys, no matter how much they're hated, no matter how much they're liked, how much they're talked about. You can't take it from these guys. But as much as I read the comments in there, you see a lot of support. There's a lot of comments out there supporting these two in their music videos. So that just goes to tell you guys, to this day, a lot of people still overlook the aspect, but it's always an aspect that's still brought up. Hey, they still use the N-word. Look, there's going to be a lot of raza and a lot of supporters that don't support it, and there's going to be a lot of people that don't care, that don't mind, because oftentimes there's going to be the same people that don't support the fact that, you know, Chito, Ranas is blowing up, Swifty's blowing up, using the N-word in their lyricism, but they're going to go watch that video. So whether you support these people or not, those views obviously are going to cash them out through the ad revenue, through the streaming. Criticizing somebody for using the N-word, you know, obviously I think these guys are in a position where it doesn't really matter to them. They're going to do what they want. They're going to do what they do. They're going to conduct themselves in that fashion. Trust me, I read the comment section when I dropped the video when Chito Ranas was first day out, and he said it like 2 or 3 times, and I paid attention to the comment section. But you got to remember, that's what that video blew up just based on the comment section. I think it's at like 10,000 views on my shorts. I noticed with criticism, even if it's a positive one, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody's going to have a right to say and feel the way they feel about these two individuals using the N-word. But these guys, like I said, they're in a position where they're going to do it regardless. To them, I think it's they're not going to place that limitation on themselves when they know they can reach higher altitudes of success and goals and, opening doors for them just based on the fact that there's a big portion of gente, there's a big portion of people in general, music fans, rappers, or just supporters and a fan base that don't agree with their use of terminology and how they reference certain words, and that goes for other ethnicities as well. There's a lot of them that'll say they support it. There's a lot of them are like, nah, man, only we can say it. I get that. I get the universal discussion that's going on. But see, while we're having this discussion and while we disagree or agree whether or not these two individuals shouldn't be using the N-word in their lyricism based on their Mexicanos and their Sureños at them sort of discussions, and it's gonna cause these dudes to trend even more. It's gonna cause the attention for them that they need and that they want and that they're seeking to blow them up even more. And that's the harsh reality of it, is that no matter how much we talk bad about them, how much we disagree with them, how much their views are gonna go up. Both these guys, for Chito Ranas, everybody's been anticipating what his next move was gonna be when he's gonna go out, when he comes out, should I say? And what did he do? He wound up linking with a rapper from Los Angeles, a Sureño rapper at that, who has big connections, who's around big names, who's around big publicity, who's around these big record labels, these big deals. And I hate to put it in this sense, but all of us that are talking about it, commentating on it, speculating about it, disagreeing with it, or agreeing with it, they're on a different level where they're looking at it at higher levels from a different position, from a different standpoint. And I don't think they're really going to be bothered with it. And I'm sorry to say that. I truly am. They just look at it like the more we're talked about, the more money we're going to get out of this. The more shows we're going to get out of this. The more people are going to just watch our stuff and watch what we do and pay attention to us. Hey, controversy sells. And this is the controversy that's based on these two individuals, how they rap, how they conduct themselves, how they use this word in particular through lyricism or just in their daily posts through social media. It's not really going to affect their moves and what they do next, because these record labels are not looking at it from that standpoint. They're looking at it like, how much money can we get off these guys? And these guys are going to run with it. But the subscriber also asked me, like, how many did you ever see Sureños on the main line use that word in particular? So I have to answer this question along with, like I said, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. The music video is good. The rap was good. I like the song. But like I said, I look at it from a different perspective. But I know how to shift perspectives, and I know how to, play the devil's advocate. And I also know how to see your guys' point of view and understand. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be quite honest with you. On the main line, dude, it was rare. And I mean rare that I ever heard a Sureño on that tier say that N-word. I rarely heard it. But I did hear it a few times, quite a few times. But honestly, I guess it was amongst friends where, it wasn't going to be reported to the mesa, or it wasn't going to be frowned upon. Probably other people that heard it, that were their homeboys, might have heard it on a tier. Like, it could be a Sureño going downstairs, talking to a homie on the top tier that's like 3 cells down from him, and say the word out loud, go to shower, and go back to his cell. I've heard it in like those kind of occasions. But I can honestly assure you this. My time on the mainline, which was from 2006 when I first got to prison, all the way up until 2012, I rarely heard the Camarada program really use that word. I honestly can't say that I've seen any person get held accountable for it or repercussions dealt to Sureños for using that word improperly or abusing it during dayroom time, during dayroom hours, during program hours, in front of cells. And I've never really seen a situation where I've seen an Africano get mad because a Sureño was using it, either if he used it and he announced it loud enough for us to hear. But on the SNY, I was a totally different story, bro. And like I said, I'm going to be honest, and I don't mean no disrespect intended to nobody. But like I said in a lot of my older videos, the homies from up north, the norteños, whether they're on the main line or whether they're on the SNY, they grew up in a different lifestyle. Their program's a little bit different. Their estilo's a little bit different. They use the N-word. A lot of the black community, Africanos, the homegirls, they don't really care because they grew up around these guys. They're from the same neighborhoods, Bay Area. You guys see how it's conducted. The homies never been looked at in that aspect or in a certain way, or the other ethnicity per se didn't really take it offensive when they seen it was Northerners were doing it. Which, like I said, I get it. Like I said, I can see both angles and I can understand the hypocrisy. But you got to remember, there's a lot of history that went back years ago in the 90s and 80s when, you had a lot of Sureño neighborhoods trying to cleanse their barrios of, the black ethnicity. That kind of taints the image in a sense, but, some things are just never forgotten. You hardly ever hear about it. I've never honestly heard about a barrio up north when it was just number of homeboys going at it with Africanos on a racial basis. I know it's going on right now in Hanford, California, with the Norteños and the Crips, but I don't think it's on the basis of racism. I think they just went at it over some street beef, which I plan on talking about in the future. But I'm gonna point it out like this: when you hear a lot of homeboys from up north, Norteños, ex-Norteños, when they use that word in their program, in their language, in their stilo, in their conversations, it sounds a little bit different when I used to hear like a lot of 2-5ers, a lot of independent writers use it out loud. It didn't sound the same. It honestly didn't sound the same. A lot of times when I seen a lot of ex-Sureños on the SNY use it, it more or less sound forced. It really sound forced, like they were trying a little too hard to sound urbanized, to sound hood, to sound thug, to sound gangster. But you can tell that it's not a common word that they use. It's not a common practice that they use every day. But see, here's the thing. Most of the time they'll use it, but when they don't use it, obviously they refer back to their cultura. Camarada, Simón que sí, all the Spanish words and the Spanish lingo that, we all use in our culture to have conversations with one another. But then, like, if I see a couple of ex-Southerners having a conversations with a black person or a black homie, a black crib, black blood, whatever, a flight squad, and they use that word, it's only using it when they're having a conversations with another Africano. And then I would look at it like, bro, if you don't use it during the day, every day on a consistent basis, then not only does it sound forced, but you're only using it when you're trying to be cool with another Africano for whatever it is. If you're trying to buy a paper off him, if you're trying to get some soups out of him, or you're trying to get over on him, all of a sudden you're buddy with the person. That's what it seemed like, and that's how I perceived it when I was on the SNY yards. And it was kind of hard to agree with it and support it, but, I never said nothing because, ex-Southerners are going to conduct themselves how they choose. I couldn't dictate nobody else's program. When you hear Swifty Blue say it in his raps, and then he's being around a lot of Africanos, a lot of individuals, a lot of the black community, whether it's on the streets, functions, if he's coordinating deals, business deals, or with his label and he's rapping with other rappers, he's going to conduct himself the way he chooses. He's gonna adjust to the environment that he's in. I'm not saying it's excusable because I know there's a lot of people who disagree with it. But like I said, these two are in a position where they're on a higher level than everybody else, so they don't really care about how the people think about them. Even though perception is everything, they might lose a big fan base because of it, but they're gaining a lot more from it too as well. So we're not really hurting nothing. Even though it's a big topic and it's a topic that's really valuable and up for discussion, I don't think these two really care about it, to be honest with you. But like I said, I've never heard, it was rare that I heard a Sureño on the mainline ever use that word. It just didn't fit their vocabulary very well. And when they try to use it on the SNY, it kind of sounded like, a little bit ridiculous. And I know what people are going to say by me saying that. It's like, hey, bro, a Mexicano using that word is ridiculous altogether. I get it. This was one of those slippery slopes that I had to do. But like I said, I do like to honor my subscriber questions and topics. And like I said, I can play both sides. I can talk for both ends. Because when I came out, like I said, my first songs that I really can't even delete anymore, I wish I could take them down, but I don't have access to that account, my old account. I would like to get rid of the word. I started practicing on a daily basis not to use the word. I dismissed it from my vocabulary, but for two reasons. One of them is when the celly that did my hat, did my tattoos on my head. Like I said, he was an ex-skinhead, but he still had that belief system. So he used to make fun of me a lot when I used to be in the cell rapping. He used to be like, man, rap music's for you know what. And I look at him like, man, shut the hell up, bro. Hey, bro, that's not real music. Real music, instrumental music, heavy metal. We use real instrumentals. Hip-hop ain't nothing but fake beats and, computerized beats. That's not real music. And then I'd get in an argument with them like, hey, bro, like, who cares, bro? Like, I'm rapping because I choose to rap. I want to practice, and plus I don't want to deal with your nonsense every day and listen to your racial prejudice, bro. Like, miss me with that, bro. You're not even a skinhead no more. Whatever. But he still had it in him, so that's why, like I said, we got into it, and I wound up separating cells. There was a part of the conversations that we used to have that he used to open my eyes a little bit, and then I would look at him like, bro, I'm not gonna accept your reality, bro. Even though some of his arguments is true. Like when I argue with somebody and I know that what they're saying is true and it's factual and has great meaning and I can't defend myself from it, I give credit what credit's due. But like I said, when I came out here and I started doing this YouTube channel and I started realizing I was gaining a big support, I had to take into account that perception is everything and how people are going to perceive me and how people want to perceive me, and they're going to perceive me otherwise if I can conduct myself in a certain fashion. That's why there's certain things that I don't do anymore that I used to do in the beginning, because I do want to uphold an image that's well respected, that's well recognized. It's going to be hard, it's going to be hard to, uphold this image and conduct myself in a professional manner, but I work on it every day. Every time I do a video, trust me. I take heed to what I say, and I take a great interest on what I say before I say it. That way, nothing ever comes back on me, or people, people are gonna pick it apart, bro, and they're gonna just use it for fire, and then they're gonna throw a can of gasoline at you. It's YouTube, bro. This is YouTube right here. But that's why I read the comments in the comment section, and I take everybody's perspective into account. So I hope I answered your question to the best of my ability. It's rare on the mainline, but you'll hear it a lot more on the SNY because the politics are not as strict on the mainline per se, but that's why it's a lot more violent on the SNY because people are fighting over everything. I've seen people fight over misconceptions, misconstrued people's words. I've seen people get hurt, get their face slices, get poked in their body, all because of certain words being used or the way you say. You know how the saying goes. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. But there's still that racial divide on the SNY as well that does take place. But like I said, I get what you're saying. But I'm going to leave it up to the comment section. Everybody's going to say what they want to say in accordance to this subject. And like I said, it's a very interesting subject to take on. With that being said, music video overall was pretty good. The song in itself is pretty good. I'll be sitting right here watching and see what they do next. What's their next moves, man? They're only going up from here, and that's the truth behind it. So with that being said, like I always say, it's one life, one chance. We only got one chance to do this right. Let's get it done. Peace.